guess my question is just why does life have to be so unfair? Why life got to be like that? Why is it? Why?
I mean, it's going to balance out eventually.
I freaking hope it does. Because if it don't, I'm gonna have to. I don't even know. Hurt somebody? I don't even. What would I even do? What do I even do?
Ah, that potential.
Oh my goodness. She's so fine too. But I guess it wasn't meant to be. Anyway, my love life aside, how are you guys doing? Hopefully good.
So dark.
Right.
Now remember how it got really dark in that one episode of Dead Space? Really, really dark.
Oh my god, the lights were actually off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked. I did not like that. They're like, hey, so instead of playing with the idea of like, oh, it's like gradients of darkness and whatever, and you know what I mean, like the playing with your mind with the whole like, oh, adjust your screen and you can just get around it by, it's like, nope. They're like, nope, complete darkness. Shine your light around to get around. And I'm just like, okay, fine.
Outside of Resident Evil and Silent Hill, are there any horror games you're interested in? Just in general? Not necessarily to play, just like, hey, that looks like it could be fun. Because Resident Evil is like the most known in Silent Hill of like horror games. I know there's a whole genre, horror versus thriller, survival, yada, but just in general, umbrella.
Not really. I don't really tend to gravitate towards the... I can't even remember. Why did I... Oh, Dustin was the reason I even paid attention to Dead Space. Like, knew what it was and anything. Like, that and Alan Wake is the only reason I know what they are is because of Dustin. Because we have game designer friends who, you know... Awesome game designers who... DP Productions people, look them up if you want them to make you video games. You want them to work for you. They work for Bungie right now. They're working on Destiny. They're pretty broken.
You know what we should do? Like, well, I don't know if there's any, you know how for Halo, how you can, two different consoles, you two-man stuff? I wonder if there's any horror games like that, because I don't know why, I just, like, kind of want to go through, like, House of the Dead, two-man. That would be great.
You could probably find one.
You know,
start looking
that
up.
time of the year.
It's close to midnight. Something evil lurking in the dark.
So that's all the 10 seconds. Can't say anymore.
Yep.
Oh, Sasu technique.
Ooh.
Have you played any of the... No, you were playing Sleeping Dogs. That was the game you were playing, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I was about to actually play Yakuza, but I remember Sleeping Dogs is the game you were playing.
Yakuza's, I mean... They're dumb close.
Yeah. Cause I know a few of them are out, like 4 of them, I think.
What, Yakuza?
Yeah.
I think there's like 6.
I don't know.
And then there's Yakuza 0. I have to go through because I know the guys on the podcast, Pat is always talking about Yakuza. I have to go back through because I remember he was talking about all the different Yakuzas that actually came here. Mm-hmm. Versus the ones that you have to you would have to play on like you have to play the Japanese version or whatever. Okay. And I know there's one that's like Yakuza 0 that he did, but those are long games. Like their videos for those like about as long as ours, and with respect to like how long the video is, 48 episodes. So Yakuza's not like a.
Good thing they don't play JRPGs.
They do sometimes.
Can you imagine going through like old school Final Fantasy game? Ugh. The hours.
Right. They went through, you know what they did go through? They went through Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger.
I never played Chrono Trigger. I did play Chrono Cross. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Never beat it. Because I did not own it.
Really?
Nope. It was, Ursa Majors.
Oh.
Yeah. He let me borrow Chrono Cross, and he let me borrow Final Fantasy VII.
Not supposed to be...
Purple.
Word. Just like massaging the fuck out of these
foreplay for the door.
Oh, did you start the timer? No. Ooh. 5 minutes?
Who knows?
Oh my god! Not like the last time we had 38-minute freaking episode because somebody decided to turn it on 15 minutes in. Oh, I think it's only 10 minutes. Oh, not this guy again.
It's your favorite guy with all those Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson tattoos. Think Cedar Brady's gonna get it all the way across like that when he finally finishes his in 10 years?
Ooh, maybe. He's trying to get his. I know he's trying to finish the rest of it. It's a little bit hard though because his tattoo artist moved to Puerto Rico.
That would have been handy when you fought him with his minions.
I don't know if I can't remember if I had it.
Yoko! Neo Tempin wrapping us off.
If only I knew how to do that.
I would love. I mean, obviously because it's so old, not gonna happen.
Boom.
But another Shaman King fighting game.
Was there a Shaman King fighting game?
Yeah, there was a Shaman King game that had a versus mode, so you could like fight in it. But I think it was the main game was more, if I remember correctly, RTS. But I could be misremembering. That was way back. But Shaman King was just so good.
Shaman King was a great show.
Have you read any more of the?
Oh no! So Flowers finished, and then I think that I forgot what it's called. I always forget, and I always have to go back to my Tumblr page where someone actually told me the name of it.
Oh, you gotta be careful. It might not be there anymore. It might be inappropriate content.
Right. Well, all I did was put up Ogre Slayer.
No, I'm saying, but like the name of it might be something wrong with it.
I guess or something. Yeah, no. I haven't kept up with it. Where I left off was where Flowers left off.
Oh, okay.
He was basically they were talking about how Yo's son Hana is essentially he's kind of spoiled because over the course of Shaman King, Yo was able to make remember they had like different spirit levels,
yeah,
like, for like the caliber of ghost that you are. Over the course of Shaman King, Yo was able to evolve Amidamaru to the point where he was like a he's up there, like in terms of being a regular human ghost. He's on like nature spirit level. Maybe not, definitely not like, you know, earth spirit, fire spirit, but like definitely like on the level of
realm.
Yeah, he's on the level of like what Horohoro's spirit is, because Horohoro's spirit is like a nature spirit. Even though it's like the spirit of the dead girl or whatever, but it's still, you know.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what they were called now, because I remember they thought that Morty was one.
There was a specific name too, and I'm not gonna remember that. But yeah, and for those of you who don't know, the person that is his spirit is actually a girl that he blames himself for killing, Horohoro. Because old Horohoro is nothing like you. You wonder why Horohoro is the funny character, or like Choco Love is a funny character. It's because they used to not be. They used to murder people. Especially Choco Love. Choco Love was part of a gang in New York City, so he was murking niggas.
See, then you have characters like Hisoka who just do it and don't bat an eye.
Yeah. But so basically they were saying that Amidamaru is a dumb, strong spirit, and Hana is essentially spoiled because since day one he's been using Amidamaru because, you know, what happened to Yo, which is stupid. I'm still upset about that, but anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. You die when you're a nature spirit. Anyway, Hana is spoiled because he's gotten the privilege of using a nature class spirit, like a super high level spirit, off rip. Like he's used Amidamaru like pretty much always. So it's one of those things where someone was telling him, like, basically you need to actually I think it was the girl You remember the mild mannered girl who's kind of, she's this really cute girl who she really liked Yo.
Trying to remember.
She was the one who liked Yo, and she was the one who was always walking around with the raccoon spirit and the weasel spirit.
Yeah.
That girl, Tamao or Tamago or something, whatever her name is. She is the one that's taking care of Yo's son, and she's the one. It's funny because she basically turns into like Ren, I guess, when she grows up. Like she becomes like this hard ass. Like he knows her as like a hard ass, and this and the third. She's basically Anna now, which is hilarious. But she's telling him like, yo, you need to, or no, was it her or Hao who was telling him this? Someone told him like, yo, you need to go on like a journey. You need to find yourself because like you need to bond with a spirit, because your bond with Amidamaru is strong and your oversoul with Amidamaru is broken, but it's mostly because Amidamaru is like a up there spirit. You know what I mean? Like
so basically,
you didn't have to work to level it up.
Day 1 Ash, we're going to give you a Dragonite.
Day 1 Ash, we're going to give you end of season Pikachu. Not fair.
I mean, which end of season? Because it took him like 12 to win the championship. Whereas Red has been murking everyone from the beginning.
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. I think there's a limit to what I can take with that. Yeah, so basically what he does is he ends up going, what's his name brings him basically like into hell, kind of, because he's in the Grand Spirit, because I think did he die, or was he just looking for something? So he starts looking for this dude who's like a fighter pilot or whatever, and he was in like World War II, and it's weird because it's a part of the Grand Spirit where these people are like reliving being in the war and all that stuff, and they don't realize they're dead, and he's like just kind of going along with the story because he's like, well, whatever. He keeps walking into that freaking corner.
That's because he knows how to survive.
Pretty much. It's dumb that goes through.
So I know you're not like 100% caught up, but in the flowers part of it, did they say what happened to Yo-So?
I mean, I'm assuming he's in the Grand Spirit because he's dead.
So I was gonna say like,
he's probably, you know what it is?
Pops won the tournament basically, so I'm gonna just use him as my spirit.
I'm surprised he doesn't.
That's what I was thinking about.
Hao has brought him into the Grand Spirit, and he is now using a person, they're trying to get him to create a bond with this dude who's like a fighter pilot, he was a beast. Like, instead of aiming at he used to defeat planes by like, he wasn't aiming at the plane, he was aiming at the pilot in the plane. Whenever he was destroying stuff, so it's like, ooh, dude's a monster. Like, he was shooting through people. And like Hana like snuck into the cockpit. He snuck into the cockpit. And he was with him up there. It was crazy though. But they're just living this endless cycle of like they keep going through how they died and all that stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, that's where Flowers kind of leaves off, and then it goes into some other stuff because it's they're preparing for essentially this after the Shaman King becomes a Shaman King, apparently there are people who are previous Shaman Kings, and essentially it's this crazy thing where the patch officials that are from whatever. So for example, you know how Silva and Goldva and all those people were like patch officials for Hao?
Yeah.
Now that he is the Shaman King, their souls are forever bonded to him as his like in the Grand Spirit as his like spirit warriors, and they see to all of his demands, and they are his like personal guard now. Just like they were when they were alive. Because remember, Yo,
even if they didn't like him, they still
like Yo was trying to get to Hao before the Shaman King, or before he became the Shaman King, before it bonded to him. The Grand Spirit, because it took like a couple days or like
he had to fight through all the
patch officials. because they were like, well, he's the Shaman King now, and our like I don't care that he's a bad guy. He's the Shaman King. He made it, so he's gonna be, you know. But it was so Shaman King really ended with like it. The way Shaman King ended was it was more like we're fighting to change. God damn.
It was taking a few bullets too. Like you shot it a couple times.
Start from last point. Yeah, we'll just do that. The show is very much a kind of, or the manga ended with a very much kind of note where they're like, hey, instead of trying to win, we are changing Hao's mind. Because he's already Shaman King.
Yeah.
So.
Well, actually, didn't you say that like the previous Shaman King show up and they have like a battle of the
Shaman
Kings or something?
Pretty much what happens is the current Shaman King gets to do all the stuff and gets to do whatever the fuck he wants, makes it whatever changes he wants to the universe or whatever. And essentially, whenever the Shaman, basically they were saying like the Shaman King fight is essentially just the first step to someone becoming, you know, like the ruler of the world or whatever through the Grand Spirit. Because inside the Grand Spirit, you have previous Shaman King. You have about 13, which Shaman King fight happens every, 500 years? And Hao's been in like 3 of them. Because the first time he was actually, that's weird, because how shouldn't he be a patch official? Wasn't he? Remember, he rebirthed himself to be a patch official.
Before his current, he was a patch official. They were saying he was like Silva's like great granddad or something like that.
Yeah.
He was related to Silva somehow.
So
like,
so it's weird because that version of him should be he should be the right hand man of one of the previous Shaman Kings, like whoever won last time. Because remember, he set himself up so that he could win this time by starting out with the Earth Spirit or the Fire Spirit. Yeah. But yeah, it was so basically the other Shaman Kings from previous times.
Are you prepared?
Do we have enough time to do it? Have enough time? Okay,
like +5.
I said that last time. It was like +15. All right. Yeah, why not? Yeah, so the previous Shaman Kings are trying to basically be like, no, I'm going to be in control now. So now there's a huge tournament where it's like all the previous Shaman Kings get to choose living representatives to represent them. And essentially, the stuff's going on. Stuff's happening. And I think one of them is like watching Hana while he's in the Grand Spirit. Ooh.
Not bad at all.
It's too far back.
Oh no! Still got him. I'm just glad this isn't one of those games where you run out of ammo a lot. I mean, you haven't been using your gun as much. You know how in some games, how after every like 1 or 2, I guess, battles, you're like, oh, you have no ammo now. Good luck.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I also don't really use the ammo to fight that much.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, you used to use the gun more often. But as you got through the story, you've been using more sword stuff.
Yep. The sword stuff, it's better.
It's cooler, unless you're doing gun kata, but they don't have that in this.
Yeah, I mean, kind of though, because there's a couple moves where they're like, oh, stuff. I got this.
Patch official.
Word.
I remember when was it Silva fighting Yo? He did that totem pole like bazooka thing. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
That or he did all of them and they made like that body armor. Oh, that was cool. Oh, that was cool.
Silva's dope. What's that other guy's name? He's Horo's patch official, the mad big dude. He is the buffalo as his spirit.
It's been so long.
I remember he was the one where when they were going through and trying to fight all the patch officials to get to Hao in the manga, he was the one who he actually let them rest. Because up until that point they had just been fighting straight up, and they're like, we're gonna fight, and he's like, no, you're gonna rest because I still have to fight you, but I don't have to. Like if you don't attack me, I don't have to attack you. So just wait here, like rest, And then that's when the dream happened where like Anna woke up and she's like, oh, I was having a dream about these legendary warriors, blah blah this and third. That was the last chapter that people thought was like actually the ending of Shaman King. And it's like, no, the manga kept going. Watch it, listen to it, read it, whatever,
feel it.
Yes, do it, become it.
That's how it was for me when remember when Legend of Legendary Heroes.
Oh, hey, I'm back at the.
Remember, I had watched up to like episode 12, and you was like, no, there's like 21 episodes or something like that. And I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
What?
And it turns out it was way more episodes.
Yeah.
I actually went back and rewatched it again. I've watched it through 3 times now.
How you like? Where'd you go to watch it?
The most recent time. I'm trying to remember the most recent time because it was like a few months ago. That's what I'm trying to remember. But I know I rewatched it like 4 months ago. Rewatched it again.
Oh. Interesting. So how does it hold up now? Because it's been a while.
Yeah, I mean the animation and stuff is still good. It's just like the story.
Still that like general animation style.
But like I like the main character a lot because this whole thing was like I want to take naps and y'all prevent me from taking naps. And that's just hilarious to me.
Pretty much, yeah. He's just like, I don't want to be here doing anything.
Like he literally wrote a thesis about like, hey, let me take naps. Right, that's just beautiful.
Word. Can't argue with that shit. I got all these back to my weapon shop.
Yeah, you need to go to the one dude so you can.
I can't seem to get back to him. It sucks.
Like you just got to make a left turn at Main Street. Which one's Main Street? Guess.
Not alright. It sucks that they don't have all the stuff at the same place, but like having it because there's 2 separate ones. There's his place where I can get the armor and the masks and shit. Oh my legs. Oh my legs. My little baby legs.
Look guys, he's doing it. He's doing it.
Feel like a fucking deer. That was very lucky because I was not holding that controller when he started that attack.
Being like Eric. Like, oh, I got killed. No, come back. They revived you. Come back.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. That came out on Friday. Code Vein.
Oh, is that what he's playing?
Yep.
How's he already playing it?
There was a demo.
Oh, is that what he? Oh, so that's what he was doing?
Yeah, I think there was a closed demo and an open demo. And I think that was the open demo. Or there were 2 closed demos, but you had to, like, one was, like, really closed, and the other one you just had to pre-register for. I'm not sure. But it looks solid. I heard there's actually multiplayer built into it, so I was thinking about getting it, so, you know, we could link up and do stuff. But, you know, the backlog. Yeah, I believe it came out on Friday. Or last Friday. Yeah.
And tomorrow's my birthday. I'll be 28. Birthday to me, but not from when you guys, from when we're recording it, not from when you guys are gonna live. You guys probably not gonna see this until day after my birthday, actually. So, yeah. When you listen to this, I'll be 28. Yeah. So yeah, Shaman King was a good story. Oh, and we bumped the thing. You know what I never talked. We never talked about. Kamen Rider has a new season. So good. I know dude at the con was yelling at me for not finishing build, so I really need to finish everything and, you know, get back to it. So I haven't been watching Kamen Rider because I've been watching a buttload of anime. Between watching a buttload of anime, looking for work, and working, haven't had time to do anything.
Don't forget Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's important.
I haven't really been playing Monster Hunter.
Shame.
I made it to like Narukuga. That's not even that far in. That's like, I don't know. How many assigned missions into Master Rank? Not that many.
How many ranks are there so far?
Ranks?
For Master Rank? You know how like there's like, you know, Hunter Rank 1 through 999? How many Master Ranks have you seen so far?
I know stuff starts spawning at like. Oh, you're talking about like the rank 1. Okay. Like 3, 4. You should ask Shadow that though. He would know better, seeing as how he's finished everything already.
I think next month is when they come out with some more creatures or monsters DLC and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I really gotta hop on this weekend to at least start, so I can catch up. Cause I am so behind. Ooh, look at that was kind of skillful. That was kind of skillful.
Ooh.
Tagging both though.
Hurt you and your friend.
He's still rolling over in death. Or is he still alive? Oh, he's still alive.
Oh god, there's another guy.
The train is blocking you. The train is your friend.
Oh, the train was stun locking him.
Now the train like fight on your own. Ooh.
Dang, they didn't even let me. They weren't finishing his attacks. They were just letting them hit me. It's like, because he kept going like, he wasn't swinging. It's like, okay. Let me just finish this guy, and then we can finish this episode. Hopefully, maybe.
As long as it stays at 3 of them, because it said there were 4. So if that other guy would have showed up, it might have been problems.
What the fuck?
Oh, denied.
Open the fuck up.
Hey, there's a coin up there.
Sheriff Star. I didn't actually know it was named Sheriff Star. I just went off of what it looks like, and I was like, hey, I was right. Okay, I got that.
Look at that skillful dodge.
Bow your head.
Was it with Beastgate that did the whole bow head thing?
Bow your head with Wabiske, yeah. That was Izuru Kiryu. Or Izuru. Kizaru?
Hair.
I forgot what his name is. Oh my god. Izuru Kiryu, wasn't it?
I don't remember. Because in all honesty, I remember like 20 Bleach characters' names, and after that, I just remember their swords.
Is that guy already dead? Oh shit.
If you would have like
Ninja Counter-Striked him
up to him, that would have been awesome.
Why did it do a poke? What are you doing? We're supposed to do the Dokkan thing, and he's just like,
Punched him in the face.
Just like your friend. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Bomb?
Uh-oh.
Bomb? My hat. The dope ass hat. This one's for the Kusagari. Bow. So it comes in there. Yeah.
I can't believe that worked.
Come to the ancient Kusagari door. It is nearby. I have something to say to you.
Turns out he's the bad guy. Plot twist.
Right? Plot. Who would expect this video game to have a plot? I wouldn't. I don't really go there.
It's a trap.
It's a rock. Yeah, right. Well, now that we're doing this, we'll just go back to the place and we can just start the next one. Right, guys? Alright.